Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jerome Baker. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's a give to Hall. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Jets at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I thought it was a fake. Different fake.
Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south of Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the...
Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It goes a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go again with Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground with Hall. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hall again on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Tagovailoa got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. On 2nd down, Mostert. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial in a big 3rd down play.
A throw there, but that's That's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go.
Tua on 4th down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front. And that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A handoff for Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. There's Wilson to throw. There's a nice move. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, something good. They make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, a run with Hall. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
And that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
From the 17, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's touchdown, Garrett Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
And And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Running left, it's Hall. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A give running right is Hall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down. Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
To his throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think we did.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of it. The deficit stays right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Wilson's throw here will be caught by Wilson. Finding space at the 40. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 145 yards rushing for the Bills. He has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ready, ready, ready. Alert. Go, go.
Give to Hall running right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They were good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try to run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Zerline's kick is open through, and they will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.